Everything in life comes with a price, whether you are aware of it or not. And I do not mean a price as in a price tag with monetary value. I mean a price in terms of energy, effort, time. Let's use an example here so that we are on the same page. If you decide to go to the gym, you will have to pay the price of being uncomfortable while working out. It sucks sometimes to lifting the heavy weights, whatever, having to go to your destination, traveling there, the people, having to schedule, it's a whole thing. But on the other hand, if you choose to not take care of your body, you will have to pay the price of health conditions later down the line. There is a price that comes with everything that we do or do not do in life. All of our decisions impact our lives in the daily, in the long term, in the short term. Hence why there is something that we must realize when it comes to making these decisions, whether or not we have to leave our comfort zone. I feel like comfort zone is really a big buzzword that keeps coming back very often in many different spheres, especially in the mental health / self-betterment sphere. But it truly is a silent killer. Also, if you see smoke, I just want to say that I'm burning incense while I'm filming, so don't worry about that. We are getting cozy here, okay? So, comfort zone. To be completely honest with you, comfort is a silent killer, and you have to understand that the opportunity for you to live the life that you want to live is already there. It's just about a string of decisions. That's what's going to get you there in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions, though. It's not all easy, it's not all flowy and just amazing. Sometimes you have to pay a price. Time to lock in. It's time to lock in. That's the price that we have to pay. Focus. Devotion. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for better opportunities. You have to do it for a better future. You have to do it because you are worthy of achieving the things that you desire to achieve in this lifetime. Here with me, we're going to talk about some of the ways that I was able to lock in and be very disciplined and be consistent. Of course, this program is a little bit strict, okay, which is fine. Hey, don't be afraid of the word strict. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's extra layered and organized for you to succeed. So let's get into it with a couple of tips that I have. And hopefully you will take one or two or all of them into your own life, into your own day-to-day habits, and see where it leads and what kind of changes you are able to make. I also wanted to say that I'm sorry for my voice. I am slightly sick. Very embarrassing to be sick in June. Please, let's not make any comments about this. So, let's start with my first point, which is discipline as a devotion. There is something so incredibly sacred and intimate and beautiful in choosing yourself and being consistent with your act of love, of devotion, to treat yourself as someone who is sacred and deserves the extra effort. It is not a punishment for you to be disciplined. It is not a burden for you to be disciplined. And this is why this is my first point that I wanted to make, because discipline should not be hard. Discipline should not feel like a dreadful experience. Discipline should be loving and kind and safe. This mindset shift is so incredibly important because it is what's going to determine whether or not you will be able to keep being consistent and showing up for yourself during this journey. Because if every single time that you have to make that uncomfortable decision, that you have to choose yourself, that you have to stay strict, you have this heavy burden in your chest, this, I have to do this, you will not last very long. I'm pretty sure about that. It's really about reframing what kind of actions are you doing for yourself and how that benefits you. Everything you do is out of love. Everything you do is just to learn more about yourself and how to show up for yourself. You are here to understand how to pour this loving energy into your routines and into a better alignment of yourself and your life. I am not a fan of the people that make content about getting your life together and constantly just blame you for everything and make it as this big heavy challenge. I really believe in coming to terms with the fact that you're gonna have to be uncomfortable, but it doesn't have to be bad. I really believe in the act of being kind to yourself while you're making new decisions, while you're getting better, and being your own biggest ally, your cheerleader, your own supporter, and making it fun. My next point is that you have to start basically anywhere. It does not matter where you are currently in life, what's going on, you have to start here and now. All that you have is here and now, the present moment. There is no such thing as the future, and the past is already gone. All that you have is here and now. You cannot live in a world where you say, when I'll get X, I'll do this. When X happens, I'll finally start. You have to start where you are. You can just get it in motion and perfect it later. When it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, especially, we always have an excuse to stay back, to say, I'm not ready for this. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need whatever. It's not going to help you, and it's better to just meet yourself where you are at currently. Focusing your energy is always a choice. Everything that you focus your energy upon is going to develop. So might as well start focusing on how do I get started and how can I do something right now. We all have heard the sentence breaking down your goals into achievable steps or taking baby steps or whatever, but there is so much truth to that. It serves no purpose to try to always outdo yourself in a performance that you did not even start. Oh, hold on. Did I just read you right now? Did I? You can always plan. You can always find more information. You can always have one more thing that you have to know. But what really matters here is to get the ball rolling, to take action. You have to understand that it is a skill to refine the choices that you make every single day, and your actions become habits, your habits to become a lifestyle. It takes time. You're gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to let go of that perfectionist mindset, and hence why I believe you also have to be very clear on what you expect to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and how you can deliver these results that you desire as soon as possible. For example, I'm going to use working out again because I don't know, I kind of be working out, you know? Sometimes we have this way of getting into our own path. Let's say that you want to work out and it's been a while and you say, I'm going to be consistent, I'm going to start next week, but it's like, oh, I need to buy a new set to go to the gym. No, I can't because first I need to meal prep my entire week. Oh, and first I have to also get this and that. It doesn't matter. There's always a new thing that you're gonna have to find to do to whatever. Might as well just do it. Work out right now. Do like 5 push-ups. Boom. You started somewhere, you did something. You can get better later. And as long as you train yourself to take action, you're going to go so freaking far. So far on your journey. You're going to make so much more progress. I saw something very interesting that it was 2 teams of people that had to make the perfect pot in pottery. One was instructed that they can only make 1 pot, and the other was instructed they can make as many as they want as long as there's an end result. The people that were able to make as many pots as they could were able to give a better result because the action, the learning, the trying is what gets them to master this skill. You can apply this logic to whatever it is that you want to accomplish or to achieve in this lifetime. My next point is that you have to be strict. Like I said earlier, there's no reason for you to be strict. in a way that feels painful or that is ill-spirited. Being strict is really just about not being comfortable with excuses and being satisfied with your own achievements. You will always, always, always have a pile of excuses to not do something. But in the long run, if all you have is still a pile of excuses and zero achievements in your name, you're not going to be very happy about this. This is why you have to kind of be your own coach and be a little bit more strict about certain things. There's rules that you cannot break because you know that you have a tendency to break them. Let's say that you are a little bit like me and you're very much a sugar addict, okay? I know that if I have a lot of sweet treats in my home, nothing will last. I'm gonna eat all of it in a single night. I have to be strict about these things because otherwise I know I'm going to not be able to control myself, and I have to always, 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 always have my own back. I have to. I have to, and you have to as well. It's important to have boundaries and to actually respect them because this is how you're going to build a good relationship with yourself. When it comes to confidence, a lot of people say a lot of things about confidence, but for me, I believe that I truly feel confident when I say I'm going to do something for myself and I actually do it. I actually follow through. It helps me to understand that I am reliable for myself and I got my own back. I am very protective of my energy, of my time, of what I invest in. I'm very protective of what is allowed around me, and I believe that this is a privilege, and it's very sexy to have boundaries, okay? It's very giving grown mature woman. It's a privilege to be strict. It's a privilege, it's an honor to be able to respect yourself and to clock in when it's time to do your job and when it's time to establish these limitations. It's very, very, very hot girl behavior. Even if it is hard, even if it sucks, even if sometimes you're not gonna like it. Privilege, duty, honor, not a burden. To be a whole brand new person just because you decided that you will be a brand new person, I really hope that you will be. I hope that for you. But realistically, you're probably going to have the same habits and tendencies and the same flow. And it's important to identify where there's little highs and lows and where you can support yourself a little bit more. Naturally, I am someone who kind of has a tendency to leave my stuff all over, and it's important for me to identify when and where, why do I have a tendency to get messy, and to try to establish things to make sure that I have a routine. I always threw my keys wherever. As soon as I got into the door, I was like, my keys, whoop, wherever. And then I would lose them all the time. I had to just put a tray with my keys right at the doors to make sure that I do not have this tendency to just throw it anywhere. I can still throw my keys there, but at least it's in the good spot. So I'm always going with my nature, with my own flow. I know myself, and I just establish little tools and little ways to make sure that I do not derive too far from my objectives, which in this case would be to be less messy and to not lose my stuff as much. We can also think about, for example, mixing your new habits that you want to implement with already existing habits. If you're someone who has a tendency to just sit back, relax at night, but you want to be more flexible, well, maybe you can just put on your Netflix show regardless, but stretch while you're looking at your show, watching your show. And in that way, it's not too uncomfortable and you're not trying to be a whole brand new person, but you are also establishing this new habit and this new goal and you're working actively towards it. So it just flows, it's more smooth, it's better. You don't have to punish yourself and go against your nature to be someone else. That's not going to be nice, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's important to make your decision making a whole lot easier and to make sure that doing the thing that you want to do is very accessible. Leave interesting little things around you that spark this habit of making the right decision consistently. And you'll see that turned out achieving what I wanted to achieve and staying locked in was not that hard. My next step is to actually detach from other people's stories, concepts, and narratives and limiting beliefs. Because here's the thing, right? When it comes to being so locked in that you really dedicate yourself to your vision, to your desired outcome, a lot of people tend to want to give you advice or chime in and say what they think. You have to block out the noise. You absolutely have to block out the noise. Technically, I could be considered noise because I'm giving you advice right now, but please use your discernment to make sure that what I say is aligned with you. But you're playing in your own reality. This is your game. You are you. There's no one else that is like you. There's no one else that has your vision with your exact vision of perspective, whatever. You are one in a billion. There's only you that knows what you want and how you're going to achieve it. There's only you who has the predispositions that you have. You are in your own world and only you know what you can do, how to do it. Trust me when I say that there is people that are energetic black holes and just suck everything out of you. People that do not want to see you flourish, people that want to keep you down with them, people that have very limited beliefs and they're just going to project onto you. They're going to just suck the life out of you like energy vampires. And this is not helpful. This is not going to help you remain focused, and this is why we have to be strict with your energy. Remember what I said earlier about being strict? It is a privilege to have these boundaries and to say no. I rebuke. Like, what is this? Um, Listen to your own intuition. Make your own decisions. Do not let other people sob stories and narratives and limited beliefs shape the way that you think or your identity and what you believe is possible. Most of the time, they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know what they're talking about. They live in a completely different reality from yours. And I would never say to you, never listen to any advice, because genuinely, I believe that there's amazing advice out there, and we are always constantly learning and growing, and sharing information is so crucial to the development of us as people. What I'm trying to say though is that you do not have to be held back by the people around you or by the narratives around you, and it's important to block out that kind of noise. You are genuinely capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do, and you are living in your own freaking world. And other people, they may give out advice, they may tell you, hey, I'm just looking out for you, whatever, but truly you're the one who knows, because you have the intuition, you have the vision, you have the gift, you have the idea, you have everything that you need here and now to understand what is best for you right now in this moment. I would say, again, information, very important. Keep learning, keep educating yourself. But when it comes to advice, take advice from people that you look up to at the very freaking least. Because why would I listen to advice from someone that I don't even want to live their life? I don't even want to be in their shoes. Case closed. Case closed. Nothing else to say. My next point is very crucial. You have to plan things in advance. I'm sorry, I know you don't want to hear it, and I know it sucks, but it's the truth. When it comes to being focused, your energy, your time becomes very, very precious. You will realize very quickly the power of planning. If you are like me and you have a little Virgo placement here and there, you know how excited we get about planning, about organizing, about this kind of stuff. But truly, I'm not biased when I say to you, wow, the power of planning is amazing. I mean it. I mean it. Do not leave anything up to chance. Do not let anything out to maybe. No. Plan. Make sure you know where you're going, when it's going to happen. Make sure that you know where your energy is flowing, where your time is flowing. You would be surprised to know how much time and effort we waste on the daily for really silly things. You are on top of your game when you know exactly what to do and when. Always. When you are on top of your own schedule, no one, nothing can bother you. The apocalypse can happen. Girl, you are good. You are good. When it comes to your schedule, it's important to keep it very simple. Do not try to be everywhere all at once for everyone doing everything. Girl, you are not Anna Montana. Yeah. You are not living 7 lives, okay? Let me tell you that much. And making it easier for your future self. For example, one of the big things that I really need to do consistently is meal prepping. I cannot tell you how freaking disoriented I get when I do not meal prep, when I do not have my things planned in advance of what I'm gonna eat. I go to the grocery store without a list. Absolute nonsense. It's embarrassing. I cannot function properly at all when I do not have a plan. You need a plan as well. For example, once upon a time, I used to have not one, not two, not three, but 4 calendars just to make sure that I knew what kind of engagements I had for the month. It was very serious. Planning is gonna be your best friend because it really allows you to remain focused, steady, grounded, and it makes achieving your goals and being locked in 10 million times easier. 10 million times easier. My last point is that you have to be intentional. Being intentional is truly an art and it is very, very beautiful. It's amazing. You are a human being that is aligned in some way, shape, or form with a higher purpose, a calling. You deserve to align yourself with that purpose, with that calling. You have goals, but not just that, you have values and you have dreams and you have objectives, you have things that you desire. You can choose to not be ordinary and just be lost in a sea of people that don't really make active decisions. Be intentional about how you show up. Be intentional about what you want to accomplish today. Setting an intention every morning is like something that really changed the game for me. Today I want to be more like this. Today I want to do this. Today I want to embody that. You know, there's something very, very sacred about choosing how you are going to be today, what you're gonna do, and why. Act strategically. Make sure that your decisions, that your habits, that your actions, the most microscopic ones, are aligned with your values, with the vision that you nurture, and with what you desire. Embody the person that you want to be or that you are becoming, and ask yourself, what would that version of me do? I don't know. If I really want to be someone who is way more calm, for example, I would ask myself, okay, the version of me who is way more grounded, way more emotionally, I would say emotionally toned down, but not in a bad way, just like grounded, stable. What would that version of me do right now if an inconvenience happens or whatever? And I just embody that. If that's hard for you to do, I understand. Sometimes it's harder to conceptualize different versions of us, especially if we don't have a full picture. And you can ask yourself, what would a person that you admire and look up to would do? An artist, a celebrity that has the qualities that you admire, that you desire, what do you think they would do? How would they react? And by being intentional with this energy within you, you will see how everything changes. It truly does start in your mind, in your presence, in your aura, in your decisions, in your everyday flow, in your everyday overall the same things that you do, you can do it with a whole brand new perspective, a whole brand new approach, just because you decided to be a little bit more present, a little bit more present, a little bit more lucid, a little bit more aware, a little bit more intentional. And with that being said, trust that you are on the path that will lead you to what you desire. And as long as you keep showing up and trying and doing the work and figuring it out, things will be okay. They will be absolutely amazing. With these tips, I trust that you will get to where you want to get at some point. And for now, that's all that I have for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to look at my other things, everything that I do, my links are all down below. I absolutely loved chatting with you guys. Let me know what you think and how exactly you want to lock in. What do you want to do for yourself? And what kind of rules do you want to implement for yourself? I'm very curious about that. Thank you so much. If you enjoy my content, you can subscribe. And if you enjoyed my video, you can leave a like. I will see you very soon. And in the meantime, lots of love, lots of blessings. And one last thing, I wanted to mention that I'm very active on other platforms. If you want to go see the behind the scenes, and if you want to vote for what kind of video I'm going to film next, go check out my Instagram or my TikTok. All right, see you guys. Bye.